They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to fight.
Yeah. Good. Right hand. Good. Right hand. Good. Right hand. That's the shot. See? If he comes in there, that's it over. You see what I mean? You don't have to do that or come out. Just boom, drop the chin. Good. Left hook high now and then just roll my right hook. Good. Too low.
He was that, oh, this happened, that happened. So it's the name of my career is criticizing me and then making excuses after I do the impossible or no way it's gonna happen.
With just 4 weeks remaining until Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua step into ring, both fighters are locked into intense, all-out training. Jake is grinding through tough sessions, pushing his limits with hard sparring, and treating this matchup as the biggest test he's ever faced. On the other side, Joshua looks razor-sharp and explosive, proving he's fully focused and not underestimating Jake at all. Their camps reflect pure discipline, determination, and total commitment to fight night.
Think that's good. Don't look for nothing. Now step around him. Upper body. Keep a rhythm now. Keep a rhythm. Don't wait on him. Now you're waiting on him, mate.
The boxing world is heating up with constant predictions as the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown approaches. And everyone seems to have an opinion. Among the loudest voices is Joey Knight, who issued a powerful warning. He believes Jake took this fight largely for the massive spotlight, viral attention, and global reach it brings. Joey says Jake understands the business side of boxing better than most and knows this matchup means huge money. But he also thinks Jake is pushing the limits for financial gain. Facing someone as dangerous and experienced as Anthony Joshua, Joey emphasized, is nothing like Jake's past opponents. Joshua is a true heavyweight force whose power can change a fighter's future in a single moment. And if Jake suffers serious damage, Joey cautioned, then all the fame, hype, and payday won't matter anymore.
Cash, maybe not as much as the Anthony Joshua fight, but a lot of cash, and can still have a serious chance of going on to earn even more paydays. Whereas the damage that it could do to his body could be irreversible for that opportunity to earn money in a boxing career going forward. So is this the retirement bag? Or do you actually think you can win? Because I read a study recently, and I believe it said something along the lines of men overemphasize or overcalculate their ability to fight by about 500 times. And I'm saying Jake Paul would probably need to be 500 times better to stand a chance against Anthony Joshua. And I can't get how he doesn't already know this. Surely he has sparred with heavyweights. Surely the recent sparring that he had with the likes of Shakur Stevenson and with the likes of Ray Ford, amongst others, Badu Jack, surely that would have taught you that there are levels to boxing. And if these small guys are able to show you things that you had no idea that you were vulnerable to in a boxing ring, what happens when someone who hits 4, 5, 6 times as hard as that does the exact same thing to you and lands it on your chin? The whole reason of why I know where I am in the influencer boxing scene, in the misfit scene, is because of the level that I have sparred at. I've sparred boys that have gone on to box for world titles. I've sparred with English champions and I've sparred with loads of Southern area champions. And doing that enabled me to understand what level I can reach in boxing and what level I can't reach. And some people might say, well, Jake Paul's clearly more ambitious than you. There's no reason for him to be, because he's not a better pound-for-pound boxer than me. So there really is no reason. And that really does make me think that one of two things have happened. Jake Paul has never, ever had serious elite sparring anywhere.
Analyst Adam Catterall and Nick Pete didn't hold back, immediately highlighting the massive gap between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. In their view, Joshua is far too big, too powerful, and too experienced for this to resemble a real contest. They predict the fight will look more like a sparring session than a competitive bout, with Joshua controlling every moment from start to finish. The size, strength, and experience differences are so extreme that they consider the matchup something that shouldn't even be happening from a pure boxing perspective. Their discussion makes one thing unmistakably clear. This fight exists only because Jake Paul wants it. From their standpoint, Joshua has nothing to prove, nothing to gain, and nothing he actually needs from this event. They see the entire situation as commercially driven, more entertainment spectacle than true sporting competition, and far below the level Joshua is accustomed to competing at.
I'm the domestic rankings in America, and he might even make top 50. He might make top 50. If you pick him right, great. But if you put him in with meritocracy and put him in rankings and actually make him fight the number 49 guy in America or try and climb up, he's going to get found out because he's a nutter novice. Now, I speak from experience here. I did an exhibition bout with Shane Neary, a former world champion, and I was fucking 2 or 3 stone bigger than him. I was 5 inches bigger than him, very similar to AJ and Jake Paul. And I was a novice. I'd boxed, sparred and moved around my whole life, but I'd never been in a competitive fight. And we did it for charity. And we did 3 rounds. And at the end of it, I realised, and I knew it going in, that Shane Neary controlled pretty much every second of those 3 minutes. Pretty much every second he controlled. He put the pressure on me in 1 round, he hit me with the body shot in the 2nd round, and he caught everything I threw at him in the 3rd round when he said, go on, try and knock me out. Caught everything. And, you know, in a similar vein, Anthony Joshua controls every second of this fight that he wants to control. Right. Because he comes from a certain level of stock that Jake Paul can't shortcut his way to. This fight is happening because Jake Paul sees the name Anthony Joshua and has probably gone. It's that conversation in the schoolyard, isn't it? What would you do for what would you do for $1 million? What would you do for 2 million? What would you do for 10 million? What would you do for 100 million? Would you let Anthony Joshua punch you in the face for 100 million notes? Yeah, I fucking would. Absolutely, AJ. Step up, mate. Take your best shot. Wake me up in the hospital. Cha-ching. Isn't Jake Paul doing the same thing? Getting 100 million quid off Netflix to let Anthony Joshua punch him in the face.
Right. Apart from whatever it is, 50, 60, 70 million, whatever the figure is for Anthony Joshua,